Have you ever scrolled through a post, read a sign in a shop window, or even looked at a professional email and thought, wait a minute, that doesn't look right? You're not alone. That tiny floating comma we call an apostrophe is one of the most misunderstood, misused, and frankly, most feared punctuation marks in the English language. It seems to have a mind of its own, popping up where it shouldn't and disappearing when it's needed most. I don't think people fully understand the rules of possession and contractions, and that's precisely why apostrophes haunt us. They create confusion, make our writing look unprofessional, and can even change the entire meaning of a sentence. But what if I told you that in the next 10 minutes, we can demystify this punctuation puzzle once and for all? We're going to turn that confusion into confidence. We'll break down the rules into simple, easy-to-remember steps, covering everything from showing ownership to handling tricky contractions. By the end of this lesson, you'll be an apostrophe master. Let's fix this, and let's do it right now. Let's start with the most common use of the apostrophe, showing that something belongs to someone or something. This is called possession. The fundamental rule for singular nouns, that is, a noun referring to just one person, place, or thing, is incredibly simple. You just add an apostrophe, and then the letter is. That's it. For example, if we want to talk about a book that belongs to Sarah, we don't say the book of Sarah. We make it smoother by saying Sarah's book. We take the owner, Sarah, and add apostrophe as. The same logic applies to objects. If a leash belongs to one dog, it's the dog's leash. A tire that is part of one car is the car's tire. This simple apostrophe s formula works for almost every single singular noun. Okay, time for a quick practice check. Which one is correct for an office belonging to one manager? Is it the manager's office or the manager's office? If you chose the manager's office, you're exactly right. We're talking about one manager, so we add apostrophes. But what happens when we're talking about more than one owner, and that plural word already ends in s? Think of words like teachers, players, or buses. Do we add another s? The good news is, it's even easier. For plural nouns that already end in s, you simply add an apostrophe, the s. You don't add another one. For instance, a lounge that is for all the teachers is the teacher's lounge. The s is already there because there's more than one teacher, so we just place the apostrophe at the very end. Jerseys belonging to a whole team of players are the players' jerseys. Schedules for a fleet of buses are the bus's schedules. See the pattern? The word is already plural, so the apostrophe just tags along at the end to show possession. Let's test that. If we're talking about projects belonging to multiple students, which is correct? The students' projects or the students' projects? The correct answer is the students' projects. The word students is already plural, so we just add the apostrophe after the s. English loves to keep us on our toes with exceptions, and plural nouns are no different. Some plurals are irregular. They don't end in s. Think of child becoming children, man becoming men, or person becoming people. So how do we show possession with these? We simply go back to our very first rule. Because these plural words don't end in s, we treat them just like singular nouns. We add an apostrophe and then an s. So, toys belonging to the children are the children's toys. A clothing section for men is the men's section. The votes cast by the people are the people's votes. The rule is consistent. If the word doesn't end in s, whether it's singular or an irregular plural, you add apostrophe s to show it owns something. Now for a topic that trips up even seasoned writers, names that end in s, like James, Chris, or Ms. Ross. What do we do here? Well, this is one of the few areas where there's a little bit of flexibility, but there is a preferred style. The most common and recommended style, especially in modern writing, is to treat it just like any other singular noun. Add an apostrophe and an s. So, a hat belonging to James would be written as James's hat. A class taught by Ms. Ross is Ms. Ross's class. While you might sometimes see just an apostrophe added at the end, like James's hat, adding the extra s is generally clearer and more widely accepted. The most important tip here is consistency. Whichever style you choose, stick with it throughout your entire document. What if two or more people own something together? This is called joint or shared possession. The rule is straightforward. You only add the apostrophe is to the very last owner listed. For example, if Sam and Alex share one apartment, it's Sam and Alex's apartment. The apartment belongs to them as a unit, so only Alex, the last name mentioned, gets the apostrophes. But what if they each own something separately? In that case, each owner gets an apostrophes. If Sam and Alex each have their own different projects, we would say Sam's and Alex's projects. This shows two separate sets of ownership. One apostrophe for shared, two apostrophes for separate. Now this next rule is a big one, and it's the source of so many mistakes. Possessive pronouns are words that already show ownership. Words like his, hers, ours, yours, theirs, and whose. The most important thing to remember is this. Possessive pronouns never ever take an apostrophe. They are born possessive. They don't need any help. You wouldn't write his or hers, so you also don't write ours, yours, or theirs. The biggest troublemaker in this group is its versus its. The confusion is understandable, but the rule is absolute. Its with an apostrophe is a contraction, a shortened form of it is or it has. For example, it's a beautiful day means it is a beautiful day. Its without an apostrophe is the possessive pronoun. It shows ownership for a thing or an animal. For example, the dog wagged its tail. The tail belongs to the dog. A simple trick is to try replacing the word with it is. If the sentence still makes sense, you need the apostrophe. If it doesn't, you don't. The dog wagged its tail. That makes no sense, so we use its. Have you ever heard someone say something like, he's a friend of John's? This is called a double possessive, and it's grammatically correct, though a little formal. It uses the word of plus a possessive noun. We use it to emphasize that someone or something is just one of many. Saying a friend of John's implies that John has more than one friend. Similarly, a book of my sister's suggests she owns many books. While correct, this structure can sometimes sound a bit clunky, so use it thoughtfully. Often, you can rephrase the sentence more simply, like one of John's friends. Let's quickly round up the most common mistakes people make. The number one error is using an apostrophe to make a regular noun plural. You've seen it on signs, fresh bananas, or tacos on Tuesday. This is incorrect. For simple plurals, you just add an S. No apostrophe needed. It should be bananas and tacos. The same goes for decades or numbers. You don't write the 1990s. It's simply the 1990s. This is so common it even has a name, the greengrocer's apostrophe. Remember, unless you are showing possession or a contraction, you do not need an apostrophe. All right, you've been fantastic. It's time to put your knowledge to the ultimate test with our Its versus Its Mastery quiz. I'll show you 5 sentences with a blank. You decide if it needs its, with an apostrophe, or its, without one. Ready? Number 1. The company updated always sunny in this city. Let's try our trick. It is always sunny. That works. So we need the contraction, its. Number 3. The cat is chasing going to rain. I think it is going to rain. That makes sense. It's the contraction, its. And finally, number 5. The phone lost signal. The signal belongs to the phone. Possession. The correct answer is its. How did you do? Let's do a final super quick recap. To show possession for singular nouns, add apostrophe es. For plural nouns already ending in s, just add an apostrophe after it. For irregular plurals that don't end in s, add apostrophes. And remember the golden rule. Possessive pronouns like its, hers, and theirs never get an apostrophe. And its always means it is or it has. You've just absorbed a huge amount of information, and you've done an amazing job. The key now is to practice. Start noticing apostrophes in your daily life, in books, on websites, in emails. See if they're used correctly. The more you notice them, the more these rules will become second nature. You are now equipped to use apostrophes with confidence. Go out there and write clearly and correctly.